Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today Orzhov, that is a full beast mode. You have all the answers, all the best cards, this is a powerhouse, man. And the whole idea is Beseech the Mirror, so you can get the perfect 4-drop for the situation. We even have the populate, because then you can just go for a full sweeper if you care. You have planeswalkers, you have Invent Vindicator, you basically choose your destiny and get this one card your opponent's deck simply cannot answer. And believe me, there's always one card like this. And we also play Ashok, you will see it in action. Deck is extremely fun, extremely strong. And guys, as always, I just wanted to say that it's so cool to make those videos and share all the games with you, so really thank you for that. It's a blast, and I hope you will have as much fun as I had playing this deck. So, have fun! And our opponent is playing something interesting, so consider me excited. Honestly, the Poisoner is great in this deck. Like, the food token always is useful, and this card is just great. Alright, a farewell game, that's for sure. Let's get something. Oh, the most important card of the whole game. So, our idea for the whole game is just playing some lands, going Ashok, getting card advantage, and then when he super overextends, like, he will draw a lot of cards. However, all of them should die to farewell. Oh, alright. That's a quick one. I honestly think it's worth it. We probably will get another target, but it might take a lot of turns, and most of the things will just have, 4/4 and higher. Oh, that's so nice. Let's go with this one. And do we go with the poison? Sure. Like, it creates some pressure, so they kinda have to do the thing. Let's target... Bro. Sure. I thought I can target even if that's -0. But it's fine. Here it is, that's a 4/4. Oh, 5/5? Right, because it's an artifact itself. True, true. Alright, so we don't attack right now. And I mean, if he attacks, we go with the Emperor. You know the drill, you know the drill. But Ashok is the true powerhouse. Like, this is the card we need to use to win the whole game. And Farewell is to counter everything he will do during this game. Here we go. That kind... Like, I want him at 0 cards and insane board. Sure, that's perfect. Man, they didn't draw cards? This is really risky by them. I'm a little bit surprised. Do I want to waste the Emperor?
That's coming off.
I think so. They still have some mana, right? But they tap it at the combat phase, right? Pre-combat main phase. So I think we can go like this. I think it's worth it because we get full board advantage. And that means we can, smash some Ashoks. And having him 0 cards is insanely important. Let's start. The faster we start drawing cards, the better. I mean, both are amazing. But I'm taking Beseech the Mirror. That's kinda the whole point, right? And I think there is... That was a stop. I think there is a chance we ultimate Ashok. Alright, at the beginning of your upkeep. So this has to die right now. I mean, like, right now. Let's see what we hit first.
Open your mind.
Do I need untap cloud? We don't have 2-drop, so we don't. So we can just get Virtue. If we had 2-drop, I would play differently. So, I mean, we should go for it, right? I honestly am not sure. We could go Liliana. Liliana seems pretty decent in this situation. Let's go with the pair game. And we usually will see, later. You can see the Poisoner did so much work this game. Man, this deck is amazing. Vindicator, oh man, that can be insane, but they just won't attack. So I think we have better stuff. The end's absolutely amazing. I think... Staff of Completion, oh my god, drawing cards. Do we give them mana? And a creature? We shouldn't. Like, this is not a good play. Let's go Liliana, man. Like, really, really. What the... Man, we broke the game again. Alright, that was a very alternate art. So we force him to sacrifice. I believe he doesn't have way to create creatures at instant speed. And this is why you don't play Karn, even if it looks super fun. Like, it just dies. To be fair, Go for the Throat won't work on it, but with the Planeswalker deck, I guess edicts are more popular, so usually they just edict it. Sometimes you can get away with it, but most of the time it looks like this. Alright, that's a 4 mana to 3. So our opponent is trying to enjoy Magic, and that's something you can respect. But you can see the difference of, you know, power levels. I should draw the card first, but you know, it's just a really perfect match, so I'm not risking it. And we can ultimate soon. Exile one of them. I will take the wedding announcement because it gives us a lot of stuff over time. And let's get into 0 cards. I have no idea what I will discard, but it's better when he gets no cards. Liliana is insane, man. In the right situation, she's just doing everything. Alright, so Portal to Phyrexia. I wonder if that's just the, you know, the ramp? I think so. I don't think they run Invoke Justice. I think it's just purely like, you know, they have at least 7 ramp cards, probably more. So that would make sense alone, I think. Especially with Karn, that is kind of the ramp itself. Alright, let's see what our opponent is. Oh man, didn't expect this one. But it won't make a difference. But it was a sneaky play, man. They don't even have blue mana. Like, this is a true, like, sneak attack, man. A timeless sneak attack. So, let's take the damage. No trample, no worries. This doesn't really do much for next few turns. But that was a worthy attempt. How many cards? 12. So not good enough. You can exile Virtue of Persistence and it's so good. Let's keep drawing cards. So see, that's what we were aiming for early game. Exile one of them. I honestly want this. Because I play more lands and I exile more cards, so it's pretty good overall. When this is put into graveyard. So, weird things can happen. That's an interesting one. Do we go with Virtue? No, we don't. I think we just get rid of it. It's worth, like, we need to get him to 0 cards, because then the game will be super easy. And we don't want to kill it. Oh, they play Reanimation spell, so if they discarded this, high chance they have to. So Portal to Phyrexia might happen. So we keep the Emperor. We have 3 mana on top of it. I mean, we can sneak to damage, right? Why not? Because I think the Portal to Phyrexia will happen and it will clear the board and then they will try to hit Ashok, so we cannot ultimate. And they have the correct mana. See? Exactly as predicted, and we don't care because we came prepared. And now the Farewell will happen and the Scoop. And they will have nothing. Unless they have some insane hit with, you know, with the Discovery, but unless it's like, you know, some kind of removal, I don't think it should matter. We could also go for Restless Fortress, so even without Emperor, we should be able to protect Ashok. And let's roll the dice. Oh man, that's a fun one. I was looking at this card, but putting on top of, you know, library is way worse than just taking the card. Alright. A land on... oh my god. Oh, it's so dirty. How much? Only 41. Better. This is what I expected, right? He has 3 cards to kill us. Alright. Oh, I love it so much. Oh, I love it so much. But good game to our opponent. He actually tried to enjoy Magic. He created a very cool deck, so props to him, and that was a great game overall. But our cards are just super powerful. I don't want to pain myself. If I go Swamp to fake a cut down, then I will be forced to pay for the white mana probably. So a little bit unfortunate. This will be a little bit better. It's looking okay, to be honest. I think it's kinda okay. Adeline is definitely something we... Oh, we cannot kill it because we are on the play. So fun. Oh, so fun. Alright then. So, because we are on the draw and we are absolutely horrible player, we need to play like this, and this is our removal. Because this means we can kill the Vanguard, and then Adeline has no ward. This is what we have to do, man. This is what we have to do. Yeah, we have to kill her. It's way too important. They don't have blue mana. I mean, they can play another Adeline. So, second Adeline is way more probable than them playing like Indestructible effect. Warden. Sure. So those three will tap probably. I don't think he will tap Adeline. Yep, 3 1-drops. They lose 2 damage, but it's not too much. Alright then. We know everything. Decisions were made. And I mean, let's pretend we have a smite, right? Because obviously we have the priority. And let's see, so I think he might attack with the token. Well, he should tap the veteran, because, well, I guess he can fear the Emperor, but generally if he wants to attack, it's better to risk the token than, you know, your 2-card thing. Unless you just keep attacking and don't think about it. I guess it works as well. So. Man, I just need the land to win the game. Is it funny? Can I get a land? I never done a land with this one. Cast exiled card. So I mean we are just going for the land. If they go Talia, that will be a problem. I mean a serious problem. It's the weirdest Beseech the Mirror I have ever played in my life. But it's the right one. See, this is what I need to play to hit my land drops up to 5. That's how we roll. Because if you exile this, they have no chance of coming back, so we don't really need anything. Just those 2 cards, and we have slowed the game enough with the rest of the cards, so he cannot kill us this turn. And that's the important part. With Adeline we would be dead. Interesting, is that Resolute Reinforcement? So maybe we would draw the land, but you can never know. I mean, let's do the thing. If they have Resolute Reinforcements... Alright. They still have 1 creature, right? It's just 3 damage. This is smart, this is good gameplay, but I don't think this changes much. Especially that I have 4/4. They need to kill me on this turn. And Adeline, I wanted to say, Adeline is the best haste effect they have in the whole deck, and that's 4 damage. Still, very, very cool for them, that's for sure. So we go definitely this, we have 4 mana. 4 mana. We could live gain 3. So this will be 5. I don't think we go for it. What is the... Okay, I think we could go like this, but it's just 3 mana. I'm pretty sure we won, but we want to win in the best way. I guess this gives the lifelink and also a removal, and they don't know about it. So I think this is the play. Because it's very convoluted for them, and it also might draw some attention. It won't, because they will attack face at this, you know, at this point of the game. But I don't think they have any ways to go around what we have. Maybe they have Brutal Qatar. Don't forget we can also live gain 3. So potentially we are at 5. So they need to really kill it. Screlf won't do it. If they go to combat phase, I'm pretty sure they lose. And I'm pretty sure they will. If they had Brutal Qatar, they would already play it. I guess holding mana maybe was a bit better, because Brutal Qatar wouldn't hit it. And I can still activate the token, so I think it was maybe a little bit better. Let's make sure that Adeline dies. And that's it. They have no power in the board. Even if they pass the turn, which is correct, that's not good enough. Now we sacrifice the food. And I don't need more. We can just play the poisoner right now and still keep the 2 mana, and that's game. They should scoop, I think. And let's make more vampires, because with loyalty we don't need more. We absolutely do not need more.
Can deal with my servant.
And I will be aggressive because we have so much in the board. Even if they have some flash stuff at the end step, it's not enough because we have double lifelinker. They can give something unblockable, but it's just 1 damage. So I'm not sure why they're in the game. Maybe they hope that something weird will happen. Or maybe I misplay, maybe that's their plan. Let's keep attacking. I guess they have 26, so they can, you know, draw a few more cards. But they know about Virtue. And this will be insane. Don't forget this untaps creatures. So a lot of power when you run lifelinkers. And this is one of the good parts about the deck. You can really stack this very quickly. So even though they have adversary to just pump everything as much as possible with this mana, it doesn't matter because we can lifelink 10. Like really, you should scoop, bro. Unless you play a Sunfall, then sure. Not sure what the plan is, but sure, let's go. I will lifelink, I will steal all of your life. Even like the vampires alone are good, you know, good enough to close the full game. Alright then. 21. Bro, you sure? We'll draw a card and we'll make Mirex, because that means that Virtue pumps the Mirex. Like we needed it. So let's wait until our opponent realizes his situation and leaves the game. Like honestly, there's nothing in his whole deck. If he draws 4 Brutal Catars in a row, maybe? But honestly, I would still win even in this scenario. Man, like look at this. This is like completely over the top. Let's go with some extra cards. I didn't exile anything, so we don't need to do much. Yep. Like, what is he waiting for, man? Like, just stalling, I guess. Alright, I won't have the Mirex mana. And let's make stuff, because with Virtue of Loyalty we can be absolutely the aggro deck. If I was really competitive, I would just create more tokens, because they don't run sweepers. So the wider you get, the better. They don't even have blue for Harbin, so what's the plan, man? Like, what's the plan? Brutal Catars are best and they aren't enough. Like, first Brutal Catar would hit this, then this, and then I have this board that grows every turn with Wedding Announcement, with Asher. Finally! Man, in top 900 I would expect him to realize it way faster. Alright, we have been blessed with quite a lot of Mirexes, but I think it's fine, except that we are on the draw against the most fun deck ever in Standard, which means we cannot remove this. On the play we could. So let's see how much we get punished for being on the draw. Our opponent is basically in his endgame. Yep. So if we are on the play, we would just kill it and he would get no value and he will lose the game. But because we are on the draw, he basically got play that shouldn't go through. Alright, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Let's go with Caves, I think. So, the game starts now. When we kill it, he draws the card, right? And there's nothing we can do because reasons. Let's see, if he taps all the mana, that helps a little bit. And now you can clearly see the difference when you have the mana available. Alright. Is that enough? I think there is a chance we win this, even though like we got absolutely punished for being on the draw as much as it is possible. And he will have infinite mana basically, so he can, you know, play those 5 lands in the whole deck. So hand smoothing will do the job. Let's go with Wedding Announcement. This is a good start. Alright. He remembers. I thought he's already like, you know, alt-tabbing by now. So, we have Wedding Announcement tokens, we are at 14, and we have Sorin. Sorin is the most important part of this situation. We also might use Destroy Evil or the Virtue to get rid of some of those creatures. Our opponent has 3 cards and 4 mana. It can take eternity. Like, the Timeless is the format that just describes Mono Red making a simple decision time. Alright. I'll tell you, man, it's always the case. If they have more than one option, they basically melt. Alright, sure. That's a perfect target for Destroy Evil. And that's a very nice trade for us. Still, 5 damage is no joke, but they definitely want to play this on the next turn. This damage doesn't really matter, that's not really what they want to do. Swift, like, this is the only reason the game is so hard, because he sneaks extra mana every turn because he was on the play. Like, it cannot be overstated how insanely important it is to be on the play with this kind of deck. And now we are on the verge of dying because of it as well. So what do you do? No haste. I see no haste. I think we have to go with Sorin, because otherwise we won't be able to recover. Maybe we will have one more turn. He only has 3 cards, they shouldn't be perfect, only 2 mana because he wasted everything to just go super lethal. And they play less burn than usually, but it doesn't matter. So, if you want to learn from this game, you need to be on the play, because we would win this if we were on the play. So, good job. Finally going first. Man, this Fortress into double Mirex seems to be a pattern. But it's actually okay, especially that one of the Mirex is on turn 3, so it means Liliana is available. We just need to keep the board clear as much as possible, and I think we won. Yeah, being on the play with this kind of hand against a creature deck means that we already won the game. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Do we go with Virtue? It depends how he plays. Like, he wants the Naturalis probably. Ah, smart. Smarty cookie. That's an interesting one. I think we just go with Virtue. Keeping Liliana will be useful. So, you know, let's go. We have enough removal to just, you know, keep going with it. We don't want to depopulate the Naturalist. But it's good to create some pressure, especially with Virtue of Loyalty. This can grow to some insane levels, surprisingly quickly, but of course we are far from this. He's really smart. This is how you should play the deck. You don't just go Naturalis if you don't get any kind of value. Oh, Farewell will destroy him. And so is Destroy Evil, so it's looking pretty good for us. And as you can see, the Knight doing some work. Oh, I only have 1 black mana, that's something I need to be careful of. So, a little bit punished for having single depopulate over Sanfo. But it should give us enough time. Double Kami will really scale. It will really, really scale. Alright, I have an idea. This will be super dirty, but it will be super fun. Do they want to trade? The answer is no, they don't. But let's see. If they do, I'm happy with it. The pressure from Virtue was enough to force them into block, but I don't mind it because I'm winning the long game. So I think he kinda misidentified the situation. Like, we should by far win over long game. Like, 1 Farewell and the game is over. And even the Sunfalls should do it. We are at 16, so we have way more time than he wants. And we could play Ashok if we care. But then we cannot play other stuff. So I can kill everything, but then he gets the Kami back. What is the best play? What is the best play? We could go with Fortress. Yeah, I think the Fortress play is pretty good. And this is Orzhov mana, right? So we can go for the throat with this. I kinda like it. I think it's okay. And I know it's super weird, but it's okay. Don't you worry. It helps us because it life gains, And it also amplifies a lot of pressure, so he kinda needs to slowly start thinking about defending. Not yet, but 18 life should be enough that we don't die this turn. And we can always go for the throat at very bad moments, so you know. This way he doesn't probably deal this damage. If I was playing super nicely, of course I could kill the Weaver, but I don't think we need to. With Ashiok we should win the value game. I just need to, you know, slow him down as much as possible so I can, you know, double play or something. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. I might take the damage so he doesn't get the Kami. Wait, what was cast this turn? Nothing that goes into the graveyard, right? We need to think about this one. So I can take 13 damage, that's a lot. And then what? Then we use the go for the throat during the end step. He doesn't get Kami back, but then we have to depopulate and then he gets the Kami back. So I don't think it makes much sense. I'll just kill it. This way he draws a card. Did he play land? He did, so he won't be able to do anything. Everything is coming back, but now we have a little bit more time. Let's go! Let's go! I can already start. My creatures will be better, and with the populate I can do more. I don't think they can kill us, like it's only 3 enchantments, so +6/+6 is the highest, so 10 damage in total. If they have another Mishiko, it's like 14, 15, something like this. It's probably not enough, even if they have all the perfect cards. Sure. Kami will be a problem until we hit this Sunfall, but we have a lot of time, and nothing has haste, so he kinda cannot punish us very well. Mishiko will be small problem because this will flip when we don't want it. I mean, I'm drawing cards thanks to this, that is relevant. If I attack, I will lifelink, but I won't get the card. So I don't think it's worth it. I think we go like this. And we see the double coming. Alright, and I mean, if I play the land, we can get this. And I think it's worth it. Yes, 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 super sure. So, you know, at some point it might matter. At some point it might matter. We definitely want to have Ashiok, so we can start doing those juicy cards. But yeah, we might need Sunfall for this one. Man, playing single depopulate really got us hard so far. But I still think it's worth it, man. Like, the game like this will happen extremely rarely. So let's go with Spirited Companion for extra cards, because we just need to hit the Sunfall, and this is the winning card. So we were good at Magic, we drew it, and that was thanks to the Virtue. I don't think we need Liliana, so that means we can just go for creatures and say, you know, keep all the cool stuff. Pretty good by me. Pretty good by me. I guess we could play Staff of Completion. He cannot really punish it. So yeah, maybe. Here comes another Kami. And now those fortresses can be very useful. Man, maybe I can just drain him. But probably what we should do is just go for the cool play. So let's go for the cool play. We create some blockers, they will be very fun. That's not the correct tab, but it shouldn't matter here. Do we draw a card? I mean, sure. This puts the counters. So, I mean, this could be a 3/3. You know what? That's so interesting that I will go with it. Because those are counters, so we can proliferate those with Staff of Completion at no cost, basically. And we might need a lot of stats, depending on how he plays. A double 3/3 means that Kami probably won't hit us like to Ashiok or face. Like, he can sneak only 1 damage, and then we can start drawing, you know, with Staff Completion as well. So we should be absolutely super far ahead. To be fair, this one farewell though was pretty lucky. I'm not going to lie. It was way closer than I expected, in all honesty. Alright, let's see how they play. And let's see if they see this proliferate option. I don't need more tokens with Ashok, so +1 is all that I need. And they're going face. Interesting. I think we will proliferate. Alright, that was a lot. And yeah, man, we also man, this is so fun. They will draw extra card. And I think we take this few damage. I think it's okay. Don't forget we can keep attacking, we can keep growing them. This might be bigger than the Kami soon. And let's see the card. We are a bit far from the ultimate. Man, so I think he drew a land, he decided that it's over, but I think he could play one more turn, but it was close. Alright guys, I think we won't talk too much about this one. I think the game plan is very clear. Beseech the Mirror can basically take full deck and play it instantly. So, okay, maybe not Virtues, but other than this. And we have so many specific answers. Even the Starving Revenant, this might be a small, weird choice, but the idea is that you put a creature, and in some matchups, life doesn't matter at all. So it means you get 3 cards for 1, and that's a good value. It's very similar to Sorin, but I think it gives a different angle, and it's worth it. And basically, the rest of the deck is just different angles. Vindicator against like red decks that deal a lot of damage and simply cannot solve this. If they don't have white, they cannot exile it. Realmbreaker against all the control decks, so you can mill them over time. Liliana, if the board is empty and you get 2 for 1. So this means Beseech the Mirror is card advantage, because if you hit the right card for the situation, you can at least trade 2 for 1, maybe even more. Like the ending Jace, for example, for a control or a Traxa, is like a game ender most of the time. Ashok, we only have 1, and I really wanted to go more, but man, it's so hard to find slots in this kind of deck, and I still wanted both Virtues. I think they are really good. And don't forget, one of the cool interactions is that when you start exiling cards, you can count them as 7 mana and 5 mana, even though they are 2 drops. So they, don't cripple your early game, but with Ashok they can go absolutely for the ultimate. And as you can see with Staff of Completion, we can proliferate sometimes and sneak this, extra loyalty counter that wins the game. Honestly, Ashok was absolutely overperforming, one of the best cards in the whole deck, but I still think we need to go a bit lower and just really, treasure your Ashok. You have only 1, and it has to win the game. Also, we have Mirex in the worst case, so even against full-blown control, you can always just pressure them with Mirex, with Fortress, and generally try to make their life hard with all the planeswalkers. So guys, the deck is absolute treat to play. I really enjoyed it. We won most of the game. We didn't play too many, but truly the only one we lost was Mono Red on the play, and we barely won this as well. So I'm super happy with the deck. It's great, it's fun. Basically everything you want from Magic. So hopefully it will be the same for you. As always, thank you for watching, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one. I definitely did. So see you tomorrow guys, and have fun.